Hi, my name is Lowey. When Esav is approaching Yaakov with his armed men, and Yaakov realizes in this week's Parshas Vayishlach, that Esav is coming with ill intentions towards him, Yaakov takes a few different steps to prepare himself for the clash that he feels is inevitable. Now, why is this so relevant to our daily lives? Because many times we're faced with challenges, and when we become so immersed in analyzing the challenge, or perhaps we don't even analyze it anymore, we just react emotionally, we very often feel that there's only one possibility, there's only one remedy. We might not even see a solution, and if we do grasp a solution, we hold on to that solution so tightly that we can't see anything else but that possible solution. I think this parsha reminds us that anytime we face a dilemma, anytime we find ourselves in a very difficult situation, we need to do what Yaakov does. He removes himself from the situation so he could think outside the box. How can we do that ourselves? We can either physically remove ourselves from the situation, emotionally take a break from it, or perhaps perceive the situation as if someone else was experiencing and see what advice we could give that person. Ultimately, Yaakov finds a few different options. Thankfully, those options are not required, since the exchange between Esav and Yaakov ultimately does not lead towards any violent outcome. But we see that the preparation is important, because what happens when we prepare ourselves for a situation, we're also more relaxed. Yaakov was able to deal with Esav in a more calm way because he had a few options. He prepared himself, and that becomes a circle. When we prepare ourselves, we become more calm. When we take a step back and we allow ourselves to be more calm, we're able to prepare ourselves better. And the key is to find a way to think out of the box. Always remember that there are many different possibilities. The possibilities might not be that feasible. They might not be that easy. Perhaps they seem very daunting and challenging, but likely is that there are always going to be different possibilities, and sometimes we have to create the possibilities. We have to create the plan of action or the various plan of actions the same way that Yaakov did. So I want to give you a bracha blessing that whenever you encounter any challenge, first we should always be able to have a peace of mind, be able to take a step back and say to yourself, okay, the situation might not be as dire as you think it is. And even if the situation is very dire, remember that there are always a few different options available. And try to take your time and perhaps consult with someone else, or pretend you're giving the advice to someone else that's dealing with the same situation that you are, and you're going to be able to see that there are possibilities. I want to give you an even bigger bracha that you should never deal with any dire situations, with any challenging situations. But if you do, know that there's always possibilities, there are always different courses of action that a person could take. And very often, just by taking those steps, we start to somehow resolve the situation and we start creating a path to a better outcome. Thank you so much, and I want to wish you an amazing, great Shabbos.